Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. India is now officially the third worst impacted country in the world in terms of coronavirus infections. Of course, in terms of fatalities, our fatalities are still much lower than many other countries in the world. But the fact is that many other states are still awaiting their surge. There are states that have gone into lockdown mode again, and there are other states that are still saying this may be necessary. This is the World Health Organization is now talking about the possible spread of the virus as an airborne disease. So the science on this keeps changing. And no matter which way we look at it, what we really need is a vaccine. The most critical vaccine trial that is taking place is in the University of Oxford. The Oxford vaccine trial is something that, of course, the Serum Institute in India is also partnering. And we're going across now to somebody who has actually volunteered to be a human part of this trial, literally offering his body as an experiment, as a laboratory experiment for this vaccine. Deepak Paliwal is with us on the program today. Hi, Deepak. And thank you for being one of those brave people who signed up to do this. First, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What is your interest in this vaccine? And how did you come to sign up for the Oxford vaccine trial?
Thank you, Berka, for inviting me to your show. I work as a pharmaceutical consultant out here in London. Total pharma background, right from India and different countries, and landed up in London. Coming to this family back home in India, where my mother, sister, everybody is there, and I can't travel back to meet them. So got stuck out here for, let's say, like for last 5 months, you can't do anything. Then one of my friends told me there's a trial going on. And I thought, yes, I feel a little bit of guilty, to be honest, aware of the privileges of maybe young person, health, and being to stay at home. Whereas you see many people struggling, the doctors, the nurses. I thought, if my brain is quite useless now, so why not to use my body, which can be of some help? So I offered this, I registered myself on April 1st week for this trial. And to be very frank, I was not sure what I'm going to do. My wife was against me. I have not told my family back home in India. They were totally not aware.
Now they're all going to know.
Yes,
now they're all going to know.
So apart from few very close friends, I've told. And I got the first intimation on 10th of April. Yes, you have been successful. Can you come down to the hospital? So it was not, they have got Oxford University at 5 centers. So I went to St. George Hospital in London. And they did the first screening on 26th of April. Okay. And luckily, all the parameters were successful. And they wanted around 1,000 volunteers. And out of 1,000, they wanted from different race and religion, as well as, from different background. And you must have heard that BAME, the Black, Asian, ethnic minority were on risk factors, major one. So they wanted somebody from Indian background. So luckily I got selected amongst the 1,000 first. The screening was tough. And on the day when I got a mail that you will be called for the shot, and somebody, which is once again the WhatsApp University and the Facebook message, some volunteer has died. And it was all playing on my mind that, what I'm going to do. Is it true or it's just a fake news? Finally, I said, okay, let me go. Went over there. They called. They showed a few videos. What is it? They told it, they are risk factors because it's a chemical compound getting injected in your body.
So what are the possible risks? What were you told are the possible risks?
Possible risk that, it's 85% of the compound was similar to the meningitis vaccine. So there were few trials, already. So the structure was, the backbone of the trial was good. Risk was you can just collapse. Seriously, there was a mortality risk. You can't do anything over there. So, and then any organ failure can happen, the fever, shivering. So there were many risk factors which was told to us. And there were doctors who were participating, there were nurses, there were different people participating. So that gave confidence, Then a day before, I wrote a mail to one of the clinical research head, whom I know, that this is I'm going to do. Am I doing right? And she replied that if I was you, I must have gone. So these are the confidence you get.
What makes you do it? What makes you do it? We all saw, I don't know if you've seen the movie Contagion. Contagion
Yes,
was many
I've seen it.
years. And then there's that famous scene where actually the doctor who's conducting the vaccine finally injects herself because she doesn't know what to do because there's no time. There's no time for a trial. Now,
Right.
thankfully, we are in the real world where a trial is actually taking place. In Contagion, she just tests it on herself. What
Mhm.
makes somebody like you take the risk?
See, I thought if not everybody thinks that, oh, I don't want to be a part of the trial, then who will do it? Somebody needs to take up a call.
And just to clarify for our viewers who do not know this, the vaccine has to be tested on a healthy person, obviously.
Yes,
So you
yes.
can't have coronavirus or
No,
even the antigens. You couldn't have
no,
had it and recovered and even then take the vaccine. You have
no.
to be free totally from the
Yes,
vaccine, right?
yes, yes.
So
So,
you are a perfectly healthy person
right,
volunteering for this vaccine
exactly. So this
with
was the first phase.
with no advantage to you, none,
No,
no
none.
monetary advantage, no physical advantage, no medical advantage. So
No.
what makes you do it?
Seriously saying, a little bit of madness that you need to do something, and means when you see so much of trouble going around, you want to do something for the society. Doctors are taking risk, treating patients. Pharmacists are struggling at the forefront. Then what's in for you? If
Yeah,
and people have said, what? Why you have done it? Either you are mad or you are a fool. I said, I can be both, but I want to do something for somebody, maybe society. It sounds big words, but then
yeah.
yes, I'm not sure. See, till date, I'm not sure whether the trial will be successful or not. I'm not bothered with the success and failure of that. I want it to be a part of something good for
I
everything.
understand that. I understand that. I actually understand the impulse of wanting to be larger, part of something that's larger than you as an individual, right? That's a very powerful, I think, human impulse. Talk a little bit about the process. How many jabs have you got already?
Okay.
You have to keep an e-diary. You have to check your parameters all the time. So what is the physical and the mental process of going through this trial?
See, the first one was as soon as you go over there, they'll give you, and I'm talking about day one when you get the jab. Okay. So they gave it on the arm, which was quite okay. And when I came back, I felt a little bit of feverish. Then
Mm-hmm.
there were shivers on day one. Okay. And there was a swelling on the arm, which is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They told us that every day you have to give us half an hour on the e-diary to be filled. So they were taking parameters. They have given a thermometer. They have given a measuring tape. So they gave all, to manage these things out. And when e-diary you have to fill, they'll ask, have you gone out somewhere? Have you met people out? Were you indoors? Are you wearing mask? All different parameters for 28 days we had to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
There were regular calls. There were regular people following up. They have given an emergency number. If something happens to you, whom to contact, they
Mm-hmm.
will come and address that. So it was very well organized trial. The
Mm-hmm.
trials can't be like 45 days. I just heard read few days back, that there's a trial limit that within this date we'll launch the vaccine. It cannot be done. If you see the starting to I started on 10th of April and today we are sitting on 8th of July. And we are still sure that yes, 90% success
Yeah.
rate is there.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
can't happen overnight. It just can't happen.
Have you had moments when you've said, "Oh my God, why the hell did I do this?"
When I told a few of my friends, yes, they said you are insane. I told my sister, she said, I did a skydiving few days back. Well, you are not. Either you will go. Why you have to go on extreme cases and stop this now?
Where is your family in India? Where is your family?
Jaipur.
Jaipur. And
Yes.
you are a UK resident or you're an Indian citizen?
I'm a UK resident and I'm the youngest in the family.
How old are you? How old are
I'm
you?
42.
40s is when we all go mad. That officially happens. I can say that as someone in my 40s.
Yeah, so
but mad is good. I mean mad is a compliment for sure.
yeah.
But so Deepak, more seriously, what has been the toughest day, moment, minute for you since you became part of this vaccine trial?
I think the toughest was not telling family, and if
Yeah.
something goes wrong,
Yeah.
And then they come to know later on that I did this.
Yeah.
And if something happens to family and I'm not able to go, because as per the contract, I can't fly back to India for 90 days.
Oh, I see.
Till the process gets complete.
And
So
do you have children?
No.
And how have you managed to calm down your partner, your wife?
Very tough.
She's still angry? Is she still angry?
She says, it's all up to you. You did it. You suffer it. Don't come back with me in other problems in life.
Now, tell me something. Has your body changed in any way? Have you felt anything physically, anything at all?
Literally nothing. But if you ask me, I have put on a little bit weight, but that's because of eating. So I can put it on vaccine.
You found a good excuse to blame it on, huh?
Yes. So I just say that, it's all about vaccine. But no change. I walk somewhere around 10 kilometers a day regularly. So I think.
So you're feeling fit, you're feeling good, you're feeling fine. That's super. Now, tell me finally, if the vaccine doesn't work, let's say despite the best efforts of scientists, this vaccine is not, would you regret having been part of this trial?
Never. I'll be always proud that I did it. And that's why I think it's the best time to talk to you that, I don't know whether it'll be a success or failure. I'm not bothered about that. I did something for me, for myself, for everybody, friends, family, and that's it.
How often do you have to be injected?
It was twice only.
And it's done? And now it's done?
All done.
And if the vaccine is successful, the day it is announced, what is the first thing you will do?
I'll call you.
And other than that,
I'll be just praying that I did something good, and I'll be what else you can expect that you're a part of something which is going to help everybody. Going to help everybody.
Well, I think we must congratulate you on your courage and your compassion. I think it takes a bit of both. Stay safe, and we'll compare notes with you when the vaccine trial is complete. Thank you so much, Deepak Paliwal. Thank you so much.